Alright, today is October 8th, 2012. We got a little bit different sort of video today because we just found out that our Uncle Rudy, who's actually been on the video a couple of times, he passed away on Friday, I guess. So, it sucks because our family is really close, so obviously a loss like this hurts. But if you know anything about our family, the best way to deal with this kind of thing is to obviously talk about the good times, the good memories. And Andy has a voicemail left by our Uncle Rudy. He was a really good impressionist, and by impressionist I mean he could do a auctioneer voice pretty well. So it's kind of fun.
Here's something you can play back for all your friends. Hey, what I like, sir, over the gate, welcome in, what do you give me for him? Ooh, give me $25 in our hands, $25, who give me $30 bid now? We got a $30 bid around, who give me 40, who give me 40 and a half? Who give me $50 bid now, 50 and a half, 75, who give me $60 bid? Who give me $75 bid now? Who give me $80, $90, $100 bid now? So, that's there.
So that's Rudy. Also, every time that he called our house, it's Phil. And then León's there. All right, it's Rudy.
And then we'd always know that it was him at the door. He'd go,
oh yeah. And then Karina had her own handshake with him, and we don't have any of them right now, but we probably each own about 2,000 baseball cards a piece.
In the closet.
Yeah, they've got a lot of them. We've got them like up in the garage and stuff. He liked to collect sports stuff. It's pretty much, he's like one of the catalysts as far as why I was into sports in the first place. Big Cardinals, or not a big Cardinals fan. I'm a Cardinals fan. Rudy was a big Tigers fan. So I guess if Detroit plays the Cardinals in the World Series this year, I can deal with that. I give him that one. Some of the funniest things we ever heard Rudy say. He always talked about like what was it, Matt, that was just like talking about like funny things in Spanish, because I don't think Matt really knew Spanish. So we just think it was really funny to say he wanted to eat penguins, and literally when you translate in Spanish it's "Me gusta comer pingüinos." So that was always a fun one.
Me gustaría dos tacos con extra jirafa.
There's extra giraffe in your tacos. And then there's the one where, more recent times, when we got to be our strapping ages, when Eddie got married. And I wish that I gotten that on video, because Pat was talking to this girl, and we were saying like things like, you know, talking for them because they were across the room. And one of the things that Rudy said was talking about the girl talking to Pat, just going, it's like, "Are you really gay like your brother Rudy says you are?" So that one's. It was like, you know.
That's just what he was always like the one that would joke around like that. He was always the uncle that would
just like the subtle under your breath,
yeah.
Sort of like. It's like always saying just stuff like that, and it was always hilarious. It was always awesome. And he would always like, what else did he do?
He would always just have random.
He would always come over. He'd always come over, and he'd just be like, "I got something in the trunk of my car." And then he'd just like pull out like 5 feet. He just gives like, "Here, have some bobbleheads," and like, "Here, have some awesome like medallions and all this."
I remember he had like this weird like triangle thing, and you push the button in the middle, and like 3 blades popped out. It was a shucking star.
Yeah, he had like
nunchucks,
knives, all sorts of stuff.
That's all in like a storage.
All kind of stuff that you should like let 12-year-olds take a gander at. So that's definitely an uncle thing. I'd be very concerned if I'm like this with my nieces and nephews. But do you remember when he took us to this?
When he took us to that snake guy?
Oh yeah, he took us to this snake thing, and Andy got to hold the balloon.
I got to hold this snake guy came to school like the morning before, and he said he was putting on like a bigger like event later on at a different school.
Of course we went.
And so Rudy ended up taking us, and my mom was like, "Okay, be careful, you know, don't let him do anything crazy, snakes, whatever." And so I remembered earlier in the day, that morning, some kid got to hold a balloon while a Burmese python with 2.5-inch fangs.
It was a cottonmouth,
or whatever it was.
I think it was a cottonmouth.
Whatever the
poisonous snake.
It was devenomized, but it had like it had the longest fangs of any snake. And got to hold out. The guy's like, he's like, "All right, who wants to do this, whatever?" And I really like, remember he's just like, you, come here.
And
I was going
Rudy's just going the entire time. He was just like, oh god, Peggy will kill me if anything happens to him.
And so I got the balloon popped.
Do you still have that balloon somewhere?
I brought it home. I don't know where it is. It's probably got lost.
So what else? Big Mariners fan too. Went to a couple Mariners games with him. I got to actually go to a couple Husky games with him, so that was really fun. Hanging out before, hanging out during, hanging out afterwards. It was always a fun time to hang out with a couple of my uncles and cousins and stuff. Rudy bought us pizza a couple of times when we went back to Christy's apartment. You know.
Do you remember the last thing you said to you? The last time you saw him?
Yeah, it was when we went to Seattle and for the Mariners game, and we were sitting. It was at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was like me and Taryn got to meet him, so I'm glad that Taryn had a chance to meet him because she thought it was, you know, the same impression as everybody else. Just think he's just this funny, sarcastic, dry, bantery dude. So, and that was just Rudy. You know, everybody, you know, as gruff as he like appeared to be. I mean, the dude was just as big a teddy bear as the rest of Dad and all his brothers.
He might as well have been like a second father to us kids.
Growing up, he came up all the time. He's always coming over. We were always really excited. And was like, let's play with Rudy. Ah!
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards.
We'd get good grades in school, and he'd buy us a pack of Pokemon cards.
Yep.
I had no idea how to use them or play the game. We were just
we just knew that holographic cards were like awesome for reasons we didn't know. We were just like, oh, this hologram, bro. So, yeah. Sucks that he's gone, but you know we do have nothing but good memories, so that's fun to talk about. And you know, outside of our experience with him, we know that there was a lot of other people that were also in his life that he impacted in the same way. So you always want to leave your mark, and he did that definitely. So, Rudy, we miss you. We love you. Say hi to Grandma for us.
Yeah.
So, that'll do it.
Later.
That'll do it.
Miss you.
See you guys tomorrow.